So how's your day been?
I was tired. Didn't really get all that much done. Hell of a thing getting old. You kind of work all week and you need all weekend to recover from it. You work all week again. Howdy, Mr. Pegg. How goes?
All right.
So, how was your week?
Hectic.
Yeah, that seems to be the going rate.
Yeah. Well, every time we get near the end of the month, it's when we find, or that's when we get the most calls from people going, "Hey, I really need to be inspected." It's like, "Hey, November."
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's not good enough. That's got to be. No, it's not. Fine. But
Hurry up and wait until you're late.
pretty much. I mean, our phone's been ringing off the hook. I don't have time to actually see the people that are due that month. I barely even have time to do the ones I have to inspect every month.
Hello, Neff.
Had enough.
Good evening. How are
We were just commiserating on our busy schedules and the fact that people always wait for the last minute to get anything done.
That's the best minute to get it done, though.
If it's you, if it's the person that you're calling to get it done for you, maybe not so much because everybody else is doing it at the same time too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't wait till the last minute to ask somebody else to do something. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that's what they do.
That gives you 1 minute to get something done. But if you waited till the last minute to get something done, that just means the amount of time you allocated was perfectly used up by the time you actually did the task that you allocated for it.
And remembering the joke about the engineer and the glass half full or half empty. It's not a glass half full or half empty. It's a glass that was improperly designed for the amount of water it meant to contain.
It wasn't. It was a glass designed with 50%, say with 100% redundancy.
So even engineers can't agree. Okay, this is probably unwise. I'm trying to give the cat treats near the keyboard, and that's a recipe for disaster. But it can't be any worse than what normally happens.
It can't be worse than not giving the cat treats, because then you would face this with displeasure, you know.
That's right. Cat wrath. Wrath of cat. No, that's it, buddy. That's it. You got them all. He's doing that. I'm carefully checking just to make sure. Oh, yeah, he's shoving things around too. All right. Oh, man. Well, how have things been in your neck of the woods there, Neff?
Not bad. I was a little sick this week. You know,
A little
took a
sick?
COVID test, it was negative. Took a strep test, it was negative. But, you know, feeling much better today.
All right.
I slept late to the morning, had a nap I just woke up from, you know.
Right.
I find sleeping through things like that to be the best method of recovery, you know.
And that's another example of when the last minute is the best.
Precisely. I was like a little worried when I woke up from my nap that I had missed the game, but I couldn't tell what time it was, you know.
Yeah, we're just filtering in.
What is on tonight's docket?
Mr. Pegg's game, Cyberpunk.
It's me.
Ah,
Little shindig and working title. Yeah, Thora. Yeah.
I saw a shindig joke earlier about a guy. He had a picture of a shovel with a party hat on it, and it was only allowed to be tattooed on someone's shin.
Ooh.
Same guy had a picture of a bee. I guess you can guess where he wanted that one tattooed.
Bee's knees.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Had to dig a little to find my character sheet. I see we have a couple of blank sheets for Chris and
Yeah.
Joan, I'm assuming.
Yes. If they want to join, they're right there, and I made that to where anyone can edit, do a helping hand type thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
definitely
that's a good plan.
Not the quickest system to master for sure.
Uh-oh, cat returns. What do you want, bud? What's up? Well, I hadn't heard anything yay or nay from C or Steven. Howdy, C.
Hello.
How goes?
All right, I reckon. Sorry we're a little late getting in. We were trying to finish that last bite or two of supper.
Yeah, there you go.
Logan's back there hiding amongst the neon. Appropriate.
Yeah, we see the Chester Logan there.
We actually have all the children here, but we split the party. The girls all went to a hayride, and me and Logan got in the game.
Yeah, I guess it's harvest season, Halloween, hay rides are the thing. Hay rides and haunted houses.
Yeah. I apologize. I have not looked at the Discord in the last few days, but what seats are still available on your ship there, Dale? I'm trying to get Logan's character in mind.
There's basically a document where I've been plugging in names. Nope. Yeah. Yep. Here, I'll just toss it at you, and you can see for yourself.
Okay, fair enough.
Hello.
How's Steven? How goes?
I'm doing account recovery, trying to get my Gmail stuff and everything set in order. I changed phones. My old phone died.
Logan,
Oh, okay. I see.
Helm, science, and tactical. No. Logan says save him science officer. He'll work on that.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey Peg, what about those numbers that I rolled for Sparky assisting
Take your field. We'll do that real quick before we get started.
I'm looking at the numbers you rolled. They're fairly high. That'll do.
see if I can make them a little bit more adjusted to him instead of generic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you worried about the fact that I just bought 2 twin submachine guns?
Nah, y'all got the money.
Hold on, wait. 2 twin submachine guns, 4 barrels.
With 2 submachine guns. One
Okay.
for each hand.
The 4-barrel solution was much more impressive, but also didn't seem like it would be wieldable without further augmentation, which that would worry me.
Alrighty. I think we are ready to go. Let's begin. Alright, so the last left off was the street fight against the assassins, the Gink twins. That's out of the venue where 3D was playing a concert, and Lude was his manager. Everyone else was having a brawl in the streets. Difficult fight, but you managed to beat them back with the help of Deacon, who's kind of more of a friend than foe in this situation. So everything's kind of calmed down since then. You haven't heard much about the Gink twins or anything like that. You think, okay, maybe worse is over. So not that long after the incident, you get a call from Max, meet him in the club. So, once again, Max is happy to see y'all because your names are getting out there, especially 3D. You're doing concerts and being a tough guy on the street, so everyone knows who he works for and everything. So that means more things come his way. But he's not as jovial for long. He quickly gets into business. And he goes, okay. So get everyone together around. So, good job. The Gink twins have been defeated for now. They will return. Probably more machine than man. But for now, a drink. He goes, so, how is the data drive that was given to you by the Triads? Is it safe?
Is it secret? Is it safe? Yeah, as far as we know.
Is
Good,
it secret?
good.
Is it safe?
So good, keep it that way. There's word on the streets that a certain individual from China will be coming here soon. That may be your contact or the drive. Till then, there's plenty to keep us busy. Because once again, he brings back those two folders. Like, you have these kind of surface level things, or you could get your flying card back, or he looks around and he's like, or you can investigate something.
Ooh, let's do that one.
So-
What is it?
It's like, so I have been hearing that there is a group of individuals. They were low-level drug dealers. They were known as the 22 Punks. And for a while, no one gave them much mind. They were more like kids. Well, they have fallen to something unheard of. All of a sudden, they have better weaponry, better equipment, cars, money. The only thing this makes me
Cats.
think, yeah, gets everywhere. It's like, this makes me think that either A, they have allied with someone they shouldn't, or they have taken over something by chance that is making them lots of money.
Well,
So
congratulations on making lots of money. Why are we concerned about it?
it dips into my money.
I got you.
Look, these kids used to drive around in an old world food truck covered in graffiti saying 22 punks. And all they would used to do is do breaking and entering, robbing gas stations, little things. Now they think they are tough. Now they think they are big. And people like that are always trouble.
So this is a nip it in the bud situation for you. It's not personal.
It's business.
So is this going to pay about as much as we would have been paid, or if not more, than the gig with when we lost the flying car? Because it's just business. You know, our options are to maximize our own income, right?
Listen, if you get the car back, you get the car back. If you do this, we call it square.
Okay.
I leave it up to you.
So 22 punks, is that actually how many punks we're talking about?
No, if only. No, they have grown in size. They were, last I checked, mayhaps a few here, a few there, maybe a dozen. But now, because they're making so much money, they have grown in size with low-level people that just want to get off the streets. So you're looking at more of the dregs of society and the founders of 22 Punk.
Well, look back at the rest of the gang. So this basically sounds like a gangbang. What do you guys think?
Sounds like an investment opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
A large amount of young disenfranchised people willing to do anything. The right leadership looks at Max.
I'm not looking for a following. That draws too much attention. People will look at me and think me a threat. You see, there is a way things work. We do well enough on our own that we are brought up on our own merits and then given access to the higher tier of life. You cannot force it. When you force it, it draws attention. When it draws attention, eyes are upon you, and when eyes are upon you, someone like us will kick in your door. All I'm saying is that they're doing something. Either someone is helping them, they just came up with this idea of their own, but they are upending the status quo. So once again, if you want it, we'll call the card square. That will be wiped clean.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm thinking it wasn't all that long ago that we were the dregs of society. Looking around at the others. I'm not in a mood to shoot up a bunch of kids just because they happen to be suddenly successful. So if we're going to do this, let's figure out what the deal is. Who's actually supplying the money and what's it all about? And go after, if there's something to go after, you go after the upper level, not the kids.
Replace the head of the snake with our own.
You know, you just heard what Max said about that.
He said he wasn't interested.
Hmm.
Xander probably would like a following.
I'd be just as happy to be left alone.
Well, let's find out what the deal is first, and then we can figure out how best to leverage it, huh? I think, Ludwig, you got some interesting ideas, but we don't even know if it's applicable yet. All right? What say the rest of you?
Keep your eyes open for the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't see any objections from the rest of this crowd.
No, sounds good.
I'm easy.
As long as I don't need another pancreas, I'm fine.
Another
Never know.
pancreas?
Was it at your
What happened to the?
college?
What happened to the good one?
Yeah.
Oh, that got shot up 2 months ago.
You know, the new one's made out of nerve.
All right. Well, look back at Max. What do you got on these guys?
So he kind of clears the table off and he kind of puts everything in his coat. You notice he always carries, like, he pulls out all these big manila folders and stuff, but they fit just so neatly in his coat and they disappear. And he pulls out another folder. It's like thick. And you can tell he didn't make this on his own. This came from someone else. And he goes, okay, so there is in an old block in the combat zone, not far from here. We think that they are operating out of an old abandoned apartment complex in the basement. The building itself is decrepit, no longer works. No one else would be in there. Which is good for us. There's no collateral. If things go bad. Now, he flips over a few pages. He kind of takes them out. He shows you the pictures of the gang, and you know, like I said, they're just in a, you know, video images of them, you know, knocking over a gas station, shooting randomly. And he just kind of shows you. It's like, see, look, they're just people, anarchists at the core. So either someone bigger has come in and brought them under their wing and given them a chance at something more, or they just thought differently and now want to be stronger, be bigger than what they are. I do not know. That is why I would like for you to investigate. Something is not right. And he's flipping through pages, but he kind of shows you the apartment complex, you know. There's people out on the street right in front of it, you know, as always. You know, oh, this looks like a, you know, typical gang HQ. And he goes, see, they always have a few outside. They are probably running this as a manufacturing area and as distribution. They haven't gone up any more. And he kind of flips over more pages like, but as I've said, I have seen nothing crazy come out of there except for your runners or the members of this gang with bags full of something. I do not know. Is it counterfeit cash? Is it counterfeit chum? Is it drugs? I do not know.
So we've never actually seen any sign of who they might be connecting with Do we know who they're dealing with on both ends, on one end, anything like that?
No, none of my surveillance has shown anything. So there might be more than one way in and out of this building.
How is Jammer?
She is recovering. She has a new chair coming soon. Hopefully
Okay.
this week.
All right.
If necessary, she can help from where she's at.
Nah. Not until she's on her feet, as it were. All right. We're not exactly we can watch something, but we're not exactly the spy versus spy sort. But that it seems like watching is what's called for here. Just some more surveillance and trying to catch a glimpse of who they might be contacting. So trying to identify one or two within the organization there that goes a bit further afield than the others, to actually perhaps to a drop off or to actually meet somebody. That might give us an idea of who we're dealing with on the upper side.
It's very true. As I said, if you take this job, I do not care how you go about it. As long as whatever it is that is happening is stopped, that is what's most important.
So, spyglass available?
Yes, he is actually on site to assist you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's go talk to Spyglass and see what he has to say about it.
All right. So everyone kind of gets in their respective vehicles and makes their way toward one of the many combat zones. Where is this? Oh, gotta bring you to it. So
Yeah. Your car is not here. Oops. Where'd it go?
I know I made the map full screen.
The world suddenly became just this white gray space. Yeah, here we go.
So, everyone's in this corner. Spyglass kind of meets up with y'all. And he's like, waving, not even attempting to be discreet. He goes, hey. It's like, good to see y'all. Did Max send y'all over here?
Just driving through the neighborhood.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Cool. So what I have seen, he's like, he gets a pad out and he starts sending files over to everyone's respective devices. He goes, okay, this is what I'm seeing here. So these are basically our street enforcers right here. And occasionally, another guy, probably in charge of them, will make rounds and check on them, and he'll disappear somewhere. I don't know where. I've kind of been too afraid to actually follow him. It's like, but you do have, and he's kind of pointing, it's like, so that main door, that is the only one I know of. And he's referring to that one right there. That's the only one I've seen them always come in and out, even the fresh guards to replace these guys. And they all kind of just mingle around. They don't really give you any mind. They kind of talk, they smoke. They casually give you glances. They go about their own life. That's not unheard of. Don't shoot at unless fired upon. They're not going to purposely set off a fight unless you get in on their territory.
Well, I do have a question. So with your observation so far, what about here? What's below all this?
He goes, okay, so that one, well, gets complicated. It's like that was a sewer system. It's kind of gone to decay. That's why there's not a lot of people around. It was a combat zone. No one wanted to send utilities out here to actually fix stuff. Stuff broke down. People didn't want to stay. Same old story. So, I have no current documentation of what is actually down there. Could just be old sewer tunnels. Could be scabs down there. Chuds. It could be anything down there.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, since your observation that you only see them ever come in and out here, and I assume you've looked elsewhere around the building and the block.
Yeah.
So you've never seen one of these faces show up anyplace else but this entrance.
On this side, yeah, over here. Since I've been watching.
This side. So that's what I meant. I mean, there's a whole block here. So how thoroughly have you looked around on the surface on the other sides?
So he kind of breaks everything down as what he's seen. So, the road over here is actually broken up and destroyed. You really can't safely drive on it. Now, he was saying there's almost like a garage door for like deliveries and stuff, or picking up laundry. It's locked heavily. Actually, it's welded shut too. They don't want anyone coming in and out. And of course, north of the street, it's kind of similar, defunct, decrepit buildings with other different gangers out there. So this is the only occupied building with power on this block. And I mean, you can tell they have like, lights that aren't street lights. These are, just they placed them there on top of the street lights, everything. They're really trying to light this place up. And the buildings behind y'all are abandoned, he has said. He has looked in there. They're abandoned. This is just a dead street, and this is the only life that he's seen.
So those lights, it's possible that they have some sort of utility line power, but have you seen them bringing in fuel or equipment for a generator or something like that?
It's like all the cables go inside that building.
Hmm. And the cables, looking around, they're buried or surface?
Their surface.
Okay.
What about supplies? Do you see like food runs?
Well, every now and then I do. It's like, you'll have a bunch of people come in and out for deliveries, and they come back with their, groceries. And it's like, but when it actually comes right down to it, it's bizarre. They're almost like self-sufficient out here. So either there's other food coming in another way that is not here. But I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, damn it. I am not taking my glorious hat into the sewers. That just means that I take my hat off. Because I think we need to look and see what's down there.
Yeah, that was my thoughts too.
And as a
Do you
backup,
have any idea what you can get running around in those places?
no, and please don't tell us. The money may not be worth it then.
I've heard stories of reptilian creatures living down there. Very vicious, lots of weaponry.
Yeah, no doubt. With the way that folks get cybered up these days, there's no telling.
It's
Well,
like
find us an entrance that's not in clear view of them.
It's like, this
Yeah.
is kind of it. I'm sorry, there's not much else that I've seen out here, but I mean, that's the one door.
Well, as I say, you know,
There's
yeah,
a
that's
sewer entrance.
what I meant. And surely there are other manholes along the streets that we've passed or are ahead.
So, Xander, what are you trying to track?
Everything.
I was just looking at it. Oh, didn't mean to click it. I'm sorry.
Well, you're good, but I mean, if there's something,
It's a freaking 32, man. Say, roll with it.
Yeah, okay.
that's a legendary.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I was going down in the hole, looking to see if they've utilized underground at all. Is there a guarded door down there? Has it got power down there? You know.
Okay, so you're saying that you are going to the sewer grate.
Right.
Okay.
A sewer grate, not this sewer grate.
Well,
Not, yeah.
Is there like a paper boat down there, a balloon? I mean,
there's that one. There's not really. Then you have your water runoff. Right. So really that's the one.
Well, okay.
Sewer grate. So if you want to go to another one and backtrack and try to find your way.
Well, with cave-ins and stuff, this might be a great chance for Damon to put on a street concert and let me dive off in the hole.
Okay. I can do distractions.
do we have a catering van with a hole in the bottom of it? We can park over the sewer grate while we serve the guards. We can
Yeah, it's
make
parked
money. and
parked
get
right
the-
next to the RV. Right.
That's actually, I love that idea. We ought to go make our own noodles. Go hire that one fellow from outside the place that'll incapacitate all of them.
Me and Pegg shudder at the idea of a food truck.
Actually, I was wondering, where is that guy?
Are you talking about the noodle
Yeah,
guy?
Not the noodle guy. I mean, the hot dog guy. He's been on damn near every map. It's like, where's Waldo?
Oh, you'll find him eventually.
Okay.
He's the
Is-
kingpin.
Is that really what you want, Xander? Is a bit of a distraction and
Well, being that this one's right in the plain view and is lit.
okay. Well,
I
this
mean,
is
if you want to call the hot dog guy, you have his number. He's in catering.
yeah. Will he actually come down to a combat zone though? That's the question.
If there's money. If he's going to get shot, no.
He's probably going to get shot at. Yeah.
You don't tell him that.
All right. So we got this group, this bunch of folks out here, and
Maybe he has armor hot dogs.
all right.
Is there a Wiener Mobile in the marketplace?
Okay. Spyglass, you're gonna have to work with me on this. We're down here
Okay.
to shoot. Pardon?
He goes, oh, yeah. What do you need?
We're down here to shoot a video. You know, just kind of an ad hoc thing. We're taking the ambience of a combat zone and doing something dramatic with it. Ready?
Okay. So define dramatic.
Oh, you'll see.
He's like, the only reason I ask is if
It's
I'll
not going to
have to.
involve shooting things. No.
Oh, good, because it's like if I have to die for cover, it's going to throw off everything, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to tape you properly.
No, just point your camera over here at the burning car.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. Let me get a wide angle lens. Hold on. You see him filling with it, and one more second. All right, hold on. Let me get the lighting. Oh, I'm flaring. Yeah, hold on. Let me move here.
Worse than a date. Jeez.
Hold on. Let me stand on this car for a second. Just right about there. Get a wide angled shot. Yeah. Okay. Go.
In he goes. He jumps right up on the hood of the flaming car and just blasts with the sacks, flame shooting out of it, and starts into a performance.
Okay.
And make damn sure that Spyglass has his lights on so everybody knows that it's being filmed. Doesn't approach these guys. You know, they're part of the background as far as the video is concerned.
Okay. So, all right. So,
Right.
all right. So, Xander, you're going there. So let me turn that down a bit. All right. Let's see. They're just all right. So you have a, let's see. Everyone kind of goes, look at that. And everyone kind of starts looking, starts staring. Everyone's kind of taken aback. It's like, wow, you don't get this all the time. And you see this bigger fella showed up, and he kind of goes, well, you don't see this very often. So everyone's kind of unsure what to do. They're all kind of staring your way. All right, so
Give you a stealth of 19.
let's see. We'll do that one.
Try to make it for the hole.
I understand. So there's only like 2 people there. Yeah, you're good. That's these 2 guys right here, the nearest that would see it.
Right.
Everyone's really distracted. All right, Spark, are you going with them, or are you just getting behind cover a bit?
They'll make a cool video, I can guarantee you.
Okay, so you kind of get low, you get on your stomach, you pull, a thick blade, and you kind of jam it into there in the grooves, and you get the loose and kind of, and you just slowly, push it, over.
Yeah.
You kind of take a flashlight and you put it in your mouth and,
Yeah.
Down into there. Okay. So
Plop.
Yeah.
I can't find a top now Wienermobile token.
I couldn't either. I've been looking this whole time. I'm angry. I deserve that. That's by right. We should have this. All right, so that's open. And Sparky going in there as well.
Yes.
Okay, so Sparky runs. You
Got a
full
tug
on.
map going on.
Yeah, you kind of do the 3 to 5 second rushes, and you kind of just slide in there. Whoop, and he disappears. Everyone's just enthralled by this show. And anyone that looks at Spyglass, he's getting close-ups. He is all over it. He's making this look good. And does anyone else attempt to go into the sewers?
You staying topside for defense, or you going in, Alonzo? Alonzo says he's going to provide cover for them all.
Okay. Good. Okay. So let me make this. I'm gonna set this one up. So is everyone else just staying topside as well?
This is just a reconnoiter.
That's what they're doing. They're going in right now and they're investigating.
I'll just enjoy the show and help distract if necessary.
Totally all right. Okay, so when you play that, everyone kind of goes again. You're like, oh
No, he's in full performance mode now. And says, "Oh yeah, same song or something different. What do you want?"
They're like, same song.
Okay, roll it, and then we just keep going.
All right. So let me make this. All right. So the first thing that hits Xander and Sparky is the spell.
Oh yeah.
It's rough. All right. I just need you to. I'll make this easier. Okay. And Sparky. This is. All right. Sorry, I'm just getting other characters off the screen. I thought everyone would run. All right. So, okay, and yeah, you. All right, you. So, let me see if this worked. So everyone will come down below with us. So, welcome to the sewers. There we go. So no one else will get to see that except for Xander and them. So let me do this cool thing for everyone.
The black.
So it's completely black for you?
Yeah, I can't see nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you've tried dynamic lighting in this campaign yet. So,
Well, I gave them night vision, but it's not doing it. Doesn't work. I'll just turn it off. Anyone see anything different now, or
Doesn't appear to.
Still dark.
okay? Well, screw it. All right, it's all black. You can't see down here. There's no actual light in here, so you're kind of going by if you have night vision or if you have flashlights. Which I think Xander for sure has a night vision or thermal vision-esque.
Yeah, I got both. So, but I'll take either one you let me use.
Well, if you got night vision, that's probably going to be your best option.
All right. So no power down here at all.
Not in this area that you're seeing.
Okay, got you.
So, Sparky, what do you have? Do you have night vision or just basic survivor stuff?
Night vision. I'm gonna say night vision.
Okay, so everything's green. You notice the staircase leading down. So this is kind of its own where you're at. You only see to this wall. And you kind of see there's something that's liquid based between. You're free to move about the country.
I got you. So we're basically just need to go across the street, right? From our current position.
Yes. So to orientate you, when you came in, the street's over that way. So like you jumped into a dark hole and you're disoriented.
Got you. So, all right. So we can get down here to the corner and see if we can jump across.
So that's what that legendary got you. You kind of figured out, oh, I need to go that way.
Yeah. East on this map. Gotcha. So that's the idea. Eventually we'll wind up right here.
Yeah, or unless you want to smell.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to jump for it. What do I need to roll for that? Athletics?
Yes, athletics.
16. Is that good enough to keep me out of the stink?
That's good enough to keep you out of the stink. All right. Does Sparky want to get stinky, or is he going to jump for it?
He's gonna jump for it.
All right. Very good. All right. So both of you are now there. You kind of see, this line of kind of corridors. And once again, for Xander, to head, this way-esque.
Yeah.
Okay. Both give me a perception check.
Oi.
Yeah, it's not good.
I can't see nothing.
There you go. Your night vision. Sparky, do a perception check real quick. Okay. You don't see this. Not yet, at least. Okay. So you kind of see you're in this straightaway. You also kind of notice that there's a trail that kind of, or at least a pipe corridor that leads kind of south and one that leads north. So which one do you want?
Look over to Xander. South.
I feel like we should be right here on it. So let's try this platform you just went to. Yeah, and go over here.
So are you jumping to that?
Oh,
There's a walkway. Yeah.
There's a platform there.
Okay. So
Chose the lesser of evils.
Yeah. Okay. Do 2 more perception checks.
All right. That looks a little better.
Okay. So you notice a light source that's just a little down and to the bottom. So over here and down, you're
Gotcha.
seeing a light source. So this area, this column, you see some light
Gotcha.
because that one's a little bit brighter than the others. So I'll just bring you over here. So when you come down over here, you see, well, further down, there's a ladder.
Mm.
And there's light emitting from it. And it's the only thing of electricity that you've actually seen this whole time.
Right. So is the light down here, or is it coming from an open door at the top?
So it's coming from an opening at the top, and the light is flooding in where you're at.
Gotcha. All right.
So,
I'll venture a gander.
okay,
I'll get down and look up and then kind of step back, you know.
I got you. Okay, so, all right. Now, when you climb out, or climb up, really, you're in, oh, I'll bring you to it. You are in the upper right-hand corner of the screen.
Gotcha. Give me just 2 seconds. I've got my hands on another screen for just a second. I've almost got you a Wienermobile.
Oh, Lord, yes.
More clicks. All right. All right, I'll come back to that. So what am I looking at? Top
Okay.
corner?
So, yeah, top right corner of your screen.
Sparky there, yeah.
Did you climb the ladder?
Yeah. I came there and after you. Maybe
Oh, okay, sorry.
send it off a signal to the folks telling what we're doing.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought you'd like the fresh air.
All right. So
Okay, so you're both in this room. There are boxes in it right here. And currently, you smell a very unique smell. Makes your nose twitch. It's not as bad as the sewers, but it smells like illegal substances. You smell chemicals, you smell like earthy smells. It's weird. It's a very assailing amount of smells.
gotcha.
Mask goes back on.
So when you put the mask on, you smell nothing. You're good. Okay, so I'm assuming you're trying to search the room.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
searching
count
the room.
the room.
What's
Okay.
this one?
So that's a wall,
All right.
solid wall. So
Yeah, I was
you have
thinking
it.
straight. Yeah.
You have a door right here at the bottom. You have these crates. Now, you take a crate down, pop it open, and you find a very well, stack, of any illicit substance in one.
Mm.
But you notice the boxes are marked differently. So this one, ironically, is marked with a red cross. Move that one over, you open a different one. This one says property biotechnia. Take that one down, open it up, and it is very heavy. When you open it up, they are what you would assume is cylinders of chum, fuel. But they're not legit looking. They look homemade, like counterfeit. It has all the biotechnia stickers on it, all this stuff.
Taking those video.
All right. And then you find another one that has a blue cross on it You take that one down, and it's loose. And you open it up, and it's various, and I mean various cybernetics. Just a hodgepodge of eyes, hands, combat level arms, all kinds of stuff, just in the plastic, just set in there. But you notice this isn't new from, the plant. There's blood in them bags. So you have counterfeit chum, counterfeit limbs and accessories that are being shipped. Then you have, typical drugs.
Anything useful?
Do another search of that.
Awareness.
All right. Yeah, I'll do. All right. So, of the one you have opened, there is a hodgepodge of stolen, because there's no other good way of saying it, of miscellaneous cyberware. The things that stick out the most are a few things. Excuse me.
Okay.
So, there's arms in there, combat level. But you also see what look like, attachments to these arms and weaponry. So you have what looks like a pop-up slot for a weapon. You can't tell right now. Probably have to take it out of the bag and have someone look at it, but it could be any weapon. You're just trying to really look, but the bag is extremely bloody. So it's like, is it a pistol, a grenade launcher, a shield, a knife? I can't tell. There's rippers, a grapple hand, big nuts in there, a shoulder cam you can just install. There's also subdermal grips, what is called a slice and dice on the street, but almost like a mantis blade arm attachment.
Like I said, these are all post-consumer goods.
Yeah, you can tell when you really look close in that bag. You can see the blood in there. It's very little. You can tell this was professional. Like someone knew what they were doing removing these. But you can also tell the person was not, was not willing to let them go.
Right.
So, and there's also a pair of skate foots.
What was that? Right? What was that?
A pair of skate feet.
Ah,
So if anyone is tired of running, you can have permanent Heelys.
you're tempting me.
I watched Jupiter Ascending. No.
But come on, what's more cool than a guy literally have pop-out skates from his feet, skating and shooting a rocket launcher at someone?
Meh.
But yeah, that's what's in there, or at least what seems most impressive to you is this weaponry stuff.
Gotcha.
So, which, if you want to take it, you can take it, or you can leave it there. Whatever you want. I can write it up for you.
You're gonna put the cybernetics back in a crate, so I know where they are. But I'd love to take them with us, but it's probably too much to haul. And
Yeah, you need people to share the load.
he's got a small pack. He stuff in. You can let him know later what he got.
Yeah. All right. So you mark that particular box. So, all right. So you kind of see what they're doing here, at least in this particular room. So do you try and venture forth?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So like I said, you have this door here. You open it slowly.
Slowly and quietly.
Okay. So you see several things. See a guy smoking a cigarette. Two guys drinking down here. What kind of looks like a break area, and a shitter. Probably explains why the smell was so bad in the sewers. Let me make this a little bit better. So you actually have reveal. So you have two doorways. One there and one here. So this one, you don't really hear much from it. Almost just seems like a normal hallway. And here, you can hear movement. And if you moved closer, you could probably get past that closed door that's blocking your view. You just got this guy.
So what's Zender's special thing?
Rocket launchers.
He indicates in there and says targets quietly.
Now, I'm working on it. Give me a minute to look. So I'm see if I can sneak up and knife this guy and try. I think I hurt him with that.
So this is a sneak attack. I'll give it to you. He's smoking a cigarette. He's not expecting it. So you, so sneaky. So sneaky. Kind of like rise up behind him like Rambo with a knife and just go.
Yeah.
And you just bring him back into this room.
Yeah,
Just kind of sit him in a corner, all nice and cozy. Find a blanket, put a blanket on him. So when you come back out, you notice these guys are really they're drunk. They're not paying attention. There's drugs on this table. They're probably not really going to be seeing clearly for a while. So from where you stand,
Now that he's closer, Sparky's going to do a perception roll on this guy here.
okay. So you kind of peek around the door, and you get a good look of this area. Right. Bam. Y'all kind of do quick glances and everything. So there is a pretty good looking operation going in here. And you can see that there's, vagrants, thugs, a little bit of, typical things in here. And it's all different stuff. You have, them putting together what seems like missile drugs. Over here they have, pills they're putting in stuff. These look like those fake things of chum. It has a full-on manufacturing plant in here. And you also see there's another doorway on the other side. So this is what you see. And everyone's working. They're not paying attention because these guys are unarmed. And there's nothing but armed people around the sides. You see this, there's one individual, he keeps walking around and going up to people and roughing them up, checking them, frisking them. Make sure they ain't got nothing on them, and then he'll move on. He's just kind of going all over, roughing people up. And he's big. He's a big guy. He's talking to other guards, see if they notice anything. Coming up here, roughing up another guy. He's just making his rounds.
I would really like to get the band back together. The retreat and see if I can communicate with them topside.
Constantly, I'll back up. I'm already wanting to switch for the flamer.
Yeah, Sparky loaded up a clip of incendiary.
I got a flamethrower. I've been itching to try out. But we got to find out how to evacuate the civvies. So yeah, we're gonna need some other eyes on scene.
Well, in your experience, Xander, when bullets start flying, typically people unarmed run.
Yeah.
So okay. So y'all
I'll
backtrack.
rear guard and send Sparky back.
Okay. So Sparky's going back.
Let's see if there's anything of any use on guy bleeding out here.
So
E-cards or
Sparky.
anything like that.
Okay, so you'll have to do a thing on that. So taking everyone back to the street.
Is there any way to find a way to contact them without going to the surface all the way?
It's too thick. So you kind of come out and you see a very worn out 3D playing. Okay, you don't really find anything on them except for a pack of cigs and a normal pistol. So Sparky, you kind of come crawling out, run over. So you kind of make your way over to the group and you kind of tell everything. And you see Damone is just, he looks worn out, but he's putting everything into this 15th encore.
Shut up.
I do 3 and 4 hour concerts, but normally I have a chance to take a breather and talk up the crowd.
Well, every time you do, they go again. Spyglass isn't even holding his camera. He's just left it on the hood of the car. He's just kind of leaning against the back, just kind of going.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs.
Killer on the show.
A dozen hostiles and half a dozen the hostiles and another half dozen NPCs down there. Where would it be on the surface?
So somewhere in that building. Somewhere. So Damone, you kind of see Sparky kind of walk up to the hood and kind of go pop, pop, pop. You know, trying to get your attention.
And I just jerked my head over at the gang, Ludwig, Alonzo, and Jane over there.
We usher Sparky away quickly. No autographs. No autographs. Get away from the performer.
The gang member's like, hey, that guy just accosted that singer. Get him.
The distraction just got better. Hey.
Where do you get off? Young talent coming out to the streets, entertaining lowlifes like us. So the group has been notified. You now know, okay, there is something fishy going on in that building. You can either get your feet destroyed, chop off your legs and get new feet and new clothes, or through the front door and raise hell.
I'm not there.
Yeah. So, and you're told Xander's already inside in kind of a holding area.
Well, Ludwig, Alonzo, Jane, you're going to have to respond to it.
What are you thinking?
So they're just making street drugs, and so they've got a pretty.
Well, you hear street drugs, you're like, that's typical street fuel. Well, that's weird. Then you hear reclaimed cybernetics, and that kind of, okay, that's different.
Yeah, especially if they're in good shape to reuse. I mean, a lot of these boosters will strip cybernetics off of people, but they're usually not usable. It takes someone who knows what they're doing in order to get that stuff off without damaging the cybernetics to the point that they're useless.
It looks good to me. All right, well, want to see if we can hit everybody hit the sewer or
Did you have anything to say?
pardon?
Not sure what to say about it. I mean, I guess the options are go in and kill everybody or leave, So, hey.
Options are front door or back door.
But the back door is in front of the front door. So that's the problem.
Yeah, unless we can find another back door that's not here.
Might be smarter to approach them with an offer. Say, hey, I hear you have access to refurbished cybernetics and some interesting pharmacological supplies. we have a distribution system, stuff like that.
All right, Sparky's gonna get to work on this car right here, and see if we can get it to move. So the flaming car is gonna head down towards the yeah, that's it.
You're
get that.
doing what now?
Get the burnout.
He's fixing the flaming car.
It's now rolling down this way. It's going down here this way, and so we can sneak into the with that car scrolling by. The flaming car scrolling by.
Okay, so there's no tires on it anymore.
Doesn't get
Not much of anything. Well, you can't really get something without tires or rims really rolling. It's kind of a husk.
Yeah, no rims makes it tough.
So everyone, including these gang members, see Sparky run up to this thing while it's on fire, reach in, pull something to try and lift the hood. The hood doesn't come up. So he goes to his car, grabs a crowbar, jams it underneath the hood, and literally physically pries the hood of this car up. More flames shoot out. He's working on it. Damone is still playing. At this point, Spyglass like, oh, more flames. Let me get a shot of this. I'll edit this in somewhere.
Damone doesn't know what the hell Sparky's doing. And to kind of save his own life and perhaps Sparky's, he jumps off the car and kind of walks around the corner.
So when you do that, everyone kind of goes, "Aw." Okay.
He's still playing though.
Yeah. Well, at that point, they're just kind of like, the moment's gone.
Yeah.
They're just they're watching this guy who's now currently on fire. Trying.
Yeah, I don't know what Sparky's doing either. So
Okay. Well, this gives me a moment to talk though.
You take 6 fire damage while you're doing this, Sparky.
All right.
You're literally smoldering.
So yeah, he'll keep walking around the corner. Well, actually, no, he'll before he approaches these guys, make a phone call. So what the hell's going on? Sparky just made a real big move to get me off that car. So what?
Well, they got inside.
I need some backup.
There's a drug lab and Choom lab and cyberware chop shop in there.
Oh, and
Choom lab is kind of odd. That's how do you make any money on making chooms?
Well, we had that news report recently about the one source of choom being radioactive.
Were they trying to sell it off as a different sort of choom? It didn't look like it.
No, according to Sparky, it was counterfeited, looked like Biotechnica stuff.
Okay. And then the cybernetics, and you make the point that the cybernetics were properly removed.
Yes.
That's interesting. And we don't know who did it, though. All we know is they got this workshop in there and a bunch of folks that are slaving away and goons and this and that. But do we actually see the individual who might be responsible for that work? That would be our connection to the upper tier of this.
So to fill in, Sparky and Xander did not see anyone that would fit that profile.
There is an overseer, but I don't think he's that high.
Well, the one thing I want to point out at this point is that we weren't here to blow up the place. We're here to investigate. And I think we have everything we can get from our investigation.
Point.
Now, Ludwig, you said something about approaching these guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, if the news is true and one of the bigger sources of choom is radioactive, this could be a safer alternative. Very marketable.
Yeah, but we don't know why they were making that choom, and that may not even be what they had in mind, but that is an interesting business opportunity that you could present them. Okay. Well,
which aspect of the 3 things you saw going on in there are at odds with what Max does?
I think Max is into a little bit of everything, but you're right to question that.
It's just competition.
Yeah, but to his point, what part? We have three things we've seen. Which one of those three, or combination, or all of them, is in competition with Max? It's if Max is like doing, scabbing and cybernetics. I'm not sure that makes me very impressed with Max, but the drugs, I guess I'm not surprised. The Choom though, that's big scratching head moment there for all around. All right, so I don't advise us going in there guns blazing. That's not why we're here. And we still don't know.
Why don't we pull back and consider our options and perhaps see if this additional information we've gathered is we don't know where the head is yet, but we know more about what the body's doing.
So how do we get Xander out of there?
All right, so Xander, roll a perception check for me.
All right. Good take.
Oh my god.
Oh crap.
Okay. So for Xander, you haven't really heard anyone on the radio for a while talking. They're having their own conversation as of right now. So you are sitting there looking at everything from that room, which will just bring you to it. Where is the drug lab? There's the drug lab. All right. So, only person there is keeping you company is dead body.
Yeah.
So, you're really right here peering out the door. Sorry, it's the wrong thing. You do not hear anything besides what's happening in that room. So you don't hear these two individuals sneak up behind you, and all you feel is a crack, and you are now unconscious.
So back to our discussion of how to get Xander, get his attention anyway. We don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I don't either. As soon as I heard the crack, I blacked out and lost it all.
Right. So I guess we need another distraction. Could go with Ludwig's idea. That'll keep these guys busy for a little bit longer. That'll give somebody a chance to go and try to raise them on the radio. Get inside and raise them on the radio.
Just walk toward the crowd, start shouting, "Encore, encore, encore."
Yeah, right. Back at you. Encore. Yeah, I'll walk up to those guys and chat them up. I'm not necessarily going to dive into business right away unless Mr. Wig comes over and it looks like we need help getting their full attention.
Time for that.
And meanwhile, somebody can try to take the opportunity to buy a hot dog and go and stick in there.
Roll that beautiful bullshit.
Oh, you want me to roll a one, huh? Okay. Let's see.
Of course, Wig's won't wig as soon as he figures out that he's trying to talk something.
How about this?
Well, I guess Sparky knows the way.
Yes, Sparky's already heading that way. So Sparky's waiting until somebody that nobody's paying attention, and he's going to go and jump down the hole.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so actually, before you go and do that, all of them are get called inside. You just kind of see one by one, they all kind of go in.
Oh no, something happened.
And you notice that as you're going, Geronimo, back down. Does anybody else follow suit?
They're all going in?
One at a time. Some go at two, but they kind of go, they don't even mention it out loud. They just kind of go in.
Okay, well, I think Wig and I are stuck here. trying to engage the people that stay outside until they're gone.
Okay.
So that leaves Alonzo and Jane that might be able to join the party here.
Okay.
Was it like a hive mind going inside where they just stopped talking and turn and walk toward the building? Or
Spooky. That's right.
No, it was just kind of like one at a time. And, they all kind of just, haha, yeah. They turn off, and there's still a few out on the street, but not as many as there were.
Jane was going to get a hot dog.
Okay, so Jane gets a hot dog and
She hadn't
climbs
eaten
back
all
in.
night. So
Yeah, for those that didn't notice, Hot Dog Man came back in the second act.
Yeah.
other than that, you don't actually have a thing on there for Jane. So
Well, you get your hot dog to go, apparently, so off you go.
Yeah. Tra-la-la-la. Okay, so it's a quick walkthrough for you because even though it smells, Sparky kind of remembers the way. Also, Xander was marking stuff. That was also from that legendary roll you made. You're marking your path. So,
What is that, a chalk figure of a Smurf? I mean, what are we doing here?
what is this oblong penis doing here? So,
Did and a minor aside, the no spoilers, but the latest Android, they actually had chalk markings, for like a spy meet, and the marking was in the shape of the rebel symbol, a half crescent with a line through it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very perfect. And last but not least, Alonzo, where are you heading?
I moved him over there.
Oh, you're good. All right. Where is the truck? All right, there he goes. Okay. So, move the banner. Okay. Back in the truck lag, upper right. So, Sparky's first out. Alonzo then Jane. You all see the dead body, but you notice Sanders not there.
There is only one entrance to this room, right?
Yes, and the door is still open. And you notice that those individuals are not there anymore.
Notice that.
And this drug area is still not visible to you at this moment. So you just notice that door is ajar. So what do? You try and raise Xander on the radio?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. You hear static.
All right.
Now, all right, so already something's fishy. What do you want to go from here? You're already missing someone, they're not responding, which is very unlike Xander. What do y'all do?
All right, Sparky, where'd you leave him?
Where were you standing?
All right, as soon as you pop out, you hear, there they are, very loudly from there.
Uh-huh.
And you are immediately shot at by two gangers.
Sounds like the sweet sounds of initiative.
Yep. So everyone in that room just hears some SMG fire popping off. So give me 2 evasions.
Ow, critical hit.
An 18 and a 22.
Okay, so none of those do it. Okay, so luckily you're not critically wounded, but you take a total of 12 damage to you. And you now know they know you're there.
Meanwhile, out on the street, y'all two hear submachine guns open up.
Yeah. Must be a dog barking.
How
There's
many
always
did
machine guns in the distance in the combat zone.
How many did they leave out there with us?
There's like a few. Nothing. About 3.
And do the 3 turn, or any number of them turn and go back inside
So
whenever the gunfire starts?
they all kind of look at the door, then they look at y'all.
What the hell?
So let me do this number for everybody. So I'll actually go back out there. So you kind of scroll up near. So these three kind of walk forward and kind of go, you wouldn't know anything about what's going on in there now, would you?
I don't even know what you're doing in there. I mean, y'all are gangers and all, but I could guess, but I don't have any idea what's your business. If I were you, I'd go do something about it.
Oh, there you go. No, that's something's being done about it.
Okay.
The whole
So
time you're just hearing the gunshots going off inside.
Perplexed, going, I can honestly say I have no idea what's going around most of the time.
Oh, you're just hearing gunshots going off.
Man, I guess it's yeah.
You're just hearing that going off inside. It's muffled. And
So he'll just kind of lean against the wall over here, trying to divide their attention between Ludwig. Is that
that's Sid.
okay? And myself. Well,
These guys' names.
okay, then yeah, you have three.
So he kind of, this guy right here, he's the only one that actually has like what looks like a firearm in his hand. He kind of, it's still at the hip. He hasn't shouldered it, but he kind of raises it slightly. He says, "Hey man, appreciate the show you put on. I need you to get off that door.
What's wrong with the door?
I just need you to get off it. That's all. It's a safety hazard, you see? Just need you to get off that door."
That's really considerate of you. And I'm kind of
To block fire exits, that's just unsafe. Anytime we have a venue, we have to make sure there's a clear fire exit.
well. Is Sid and Ludwig doing anything other than just kind of standing there?
So you kind of, Ludwig's kind of doing the just fly casual. Sid is kind of stepping up and putting himself between Ludwig and them. And he's kind of doing that one leg forward, kind of hand on the back of his hip in a quick draw position.
Mm.
And you kind of see the other two kind of getting tense, just, gripping their stuff a little tighter. Tensions are rising.
Now look here, just calm down. I mean, if I wanted to have some ruckus here, and I wouldn't have put on a show for you. Good grief. You folks are real tense.
So you kind of see they kind of calm down a bit. They go, and the guy that with the firearm kind of goes, I understand. I just need you to come off that door. No, I won't. I ain't gonna rough you. Just asking. Did you get off that door?
Well, that's real considerate of you. You know what? And as fast as I can, I hit him in the hand with a bat.
Okay.
Because he's right there.
Yep. So you're doing a targeted hit. Go ahead and make your roll.
But I wanted him to kind of get off his guard a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the spiked electric bat thing.
Oh, yes.
Well, let's see if it even hits.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he drops
and
it.
And it also does electric damage to him.
Mm-hmm. So
This is it.
So you hit him, and he basically, you hit him so hard, he just goes electrocuted into the wall. He's knocked out. You basically tased him.
You boys want some of this?
Well, they go, let's go.
They do.
Uh,
Oh no, the talent's off his meds again. Restrain him, restrain him.
Okay, so he's out. He's sleepy. So we're gonna roll initiative for those two. Oh Lord. Clear it. It was clear a second ago. And this one. And Sid. Of course. Sid goes first. Okay. So Sid immediately kind of moves up, turns toward the nearest youth.
Drop your weapon. Comply.
You have 0.0 nanoseconds to comply. So hits that kid. That kid's bloodied. All right, Lude.
For just these three guys out here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just kind of shrugs, pulls out an exceedingly heavy pistol, and not every business deal goes as planned.
Yeah, that missed.
Oh, it did?
Damn thing jammed.
Oh, 14 minus 8. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right,
Maybe it goes off before I lift my arm. I'm like, whoops.
You shoot into the ground near your foot. Oh, God. All right, that was bum rushing the moan. The moan, you can evade that. Defender's advantage. All right, so y'all are locking weapons. Shocking. And you can retaliate. Yeah, okay. Twice. You were just like a low budget lightsaber duel out in the streets here. This guy's gonna unrush the moan.
Stop that music. Stop that music. We're not licensed for it.
It sounds like a very copyright friendly version of the Imperial March. All right. One tries to gut Sid. Sid dodges. Sid holds the kid by his hand and goes, "You're breaking the law." Shotgun blasts him into the air. So one down. Really two down. All right. Ludwig.
Let me try that again.
Actually, you're taking aim. Okay. So let's see if he dodges. Okay, he gets hit by that. He's bloodied. Wrong guy. All right, so that kid's still swinging on the moan. He goes, I got you.
And Damone, holds up the crackling bat and says, "Son, you're alone out here now. You really want to keep fighting?"
He's bleeding and says, "They'll kill me if I go."
There ain't gonna be none of them left. Get out of here.
He goes, and you see him, he's holding his side where he's been shot, and he goes, "You don't know who you're playing with."
Who are we playing with? Tell me. Give me a name.
It's like, I don't know their names. I just know they're bigger fish than me and you. It's like,
maybe.
Anyone that asks questions or gets too close disappears. It's like, and he's kind of walking off, and almost like a WWE promo. He walks up to the camera and goes, "You don't know who you're messing with. You don't know.
You can't handle the truth."
Yeah. SummerSlam. He walks off. He limps off.
And then he gets a hot dog.
Yeah. Is miraculously healed and charges that, and you get no. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he plugs the slug hole with.
I think we are going to go in, but we spent several rounds out here taking care of this. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So at that moment, y'all have cleared the street. You kind of notice your radio's you haven't been really paying attention, but you're hearing everyone inside going, "Where are you? Where are you? We're being over. There's too many of them. We're going to go back through the sewers." And we will leave it on that cliffhanger.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Appreciate it, Miss Pegg.
You're welcome.
You guys got a lot to learn about how to broker a business deal. I mean,
That's true.
You know what? I'm just going to make a session where you're doing a business negotiation. All right, sir. If you could just sign here, initial there. Don't sign there. Take it to a notary. We'll wait real time.
Yeah.
And, come back.
and this means you agree to the documentation fee
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there you go. Right.
and the brokerage fee and the finder's fee.
Oh, and this is a special clause right here that just means, I take a little extra 50% off top.
Oh, we have to start all over. We didn't use the blue paper.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that in red pen?
Yes.
It was in the suitcase. All right, we'll reconvene here in 2 days.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So Trek should be ready to go next weekend if you want to do it. And if not, we can keep rolling. I'm not in a grand hurry. So it's up to you guys.
Think you'll be ready for that? I'll see if I can't get work on your character sheet for you to go back tomorrow.
And the whole character, I'm not really worried about character sheets being all that ready because we're going to see how this new system rolls, and
Yeah.
we'll see how much we want to use of it.
Right on. All right. Well, just be well, all, and we will holler at you next time.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
You know,
Yeah.
y'all.
Have a good one.
All right.